Welcome to Jo Bains' podcast. It's about passions, and this is Sarah Bridgeman.
Hey.
Yay! And she's so tell me a bit about yourself, Sarah.
Right. So my name is Sarah Bridgeman. I'm from South Wales, Swansea in South Wales, and I am an idiot because I got into comedy 10 years ago, and it's a bit like I liken it to a drug addiction, where, you know, or a party that you're putting on that nobody wants to go to, and every now and then, or a really bad relationship where you're going along and you're like, you know, you're spending all your money on this thing, and you know, and every now and then you'll get a good response, so you're like, oh, I'll keep going, but quite often you're like, why am I doing this? I should do anything else. I should just do something healthy, but that's me. And I'm a teacher in the day. I do maths, English and IT, and I'm self-employed, which is brilliant. I love it, and I really like going to the beach and reading books, and I'm on Facebook if you like this, and I'm single.
Yeah, there'll be tags everywhere. Yeah, brilliant. And so what made you go into stand-up?
Well, I've always liked performing. I did my GCSE drama. I got an A, so that's that. Yeah, I always liked it, and then but very low self-esteem. Didn't think I could do anything or get anywhere. I don't know where that's kind of come from, but that's what it was. I just thought, oh well, I'm never going to make it, so what's the point starting? And then I wanted to become a trainer, and I got that job. I got what I felt was my dream job at the time, and I thought, well, if I could do that, maybe I could go into acting, or I could go into the thing that I really wanted to do. And now I do. I am a writer. I had a play performed professionally recently, and I've just worked on adding lots of things to, you know, to help me improve my self-esteem and force myself to go, you can do things, you just got to do it. And you know what, even if I don't get anywhere, as in, you know, I'm not validated in whatever way, I'm still successful because I'm doing it anyway. And I've had so much fun, and I've met lots of people, I've had good friends. It's a social side of it as well, so I'm really glad that I've done it. But my God, you learn a lot about yourself doing comedy, or any kind of performance really. It's hard going, but yeah, that's why I got into it.
Yeah, anything difficult, you tend to learn a lot about yourself, because there's the persistence and the discipline needed to get through it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely
go towards the things you're scared of. You learn so much more when you're out of your comfort zone, and I didn't realise how much I've been in my comfort zone until I applied and got this Fringe show, which I kind of done last minute, which means I haven't, like, there's been people who go, I'm going to do Fringe next year, and they've been working on it for a couple of years. And I've been working on my show for a while, but it's only recently I thought I'm going to go and do the Edinburgh Fringe, thinking, oh, it'll be cool, it'll be alright, it'll be fun. And it is all that, but it's also work, it's rejection, it's looking at someone's face, and it's getting an audience because the other rooms were full.
Yes. Yeah, that's all.
It's performing for 45 minutes to an hour. I'm thinking, oh, crikey, it is hard work, but it's also awesome fun as well.
So, what are your passions in life?
What do I tell you? What I really, do you know what? My whole life, it's always something different. I was the one at school, or I was in my childhood, I loved doing something different. So I'd get into swimming, and then I'd be like, oh, I want to try judo, or I want to try running, or I want to try this and try that. The only constant has been drama. I really love writing. I love reading, but I love writing. And I love performance. I love actors and people who perform and being around that. It's in all different forms. I love that. And you know what, everyone always says I'm a people person, and I do really like getting to know people, and I love finding out what makes people tick. So quite often I'm a good MC, because quite often I'll be chatting to people, and like I look at a room and I'm like, wow, you know, what's going on with this person, and I can see maybe people have argued, and I'm like, ooh, what's happening there? And I want to find out about people.
What makes people tick?
Do you know, everyone has different motivations. I think relationships, I don't know, we're all just animals. We're trying to be healthy and happy and have a roof over our heads, so it depends on the person. But I think people who can afford a night out can afford time or money, you know, because even if you're going to a free show, you're spending your time, which is valuable. You're getting dressed up, you're hoping you're going to have fun. So I think what makes people tick, it'll depend on the person, but I think people that go to watch performance, it's interesting, isn't it? Because I get really into comedy and I want to have a laugh when I'm depressed or there's something really bad going on in the rest of my life, because I want that to distract me. So who knows, isn't it, really? And everyone's different. I like to find out about individuals and what's happening with them, really.
You play the ukulele, right?
Yeah.
How long have you been learning that one?
Well, it's interesting because when I first started doing comedy, it's scary to think, right, we need to write comedy, write some jokes and perform them. So I thought, do you know what would be so much easier is to learn an instrument, write songs and do that instead. That's easy, isn't it? That's much easier.
Yes.
Like an idiot. So I learned to play guitar.
Yeah.
And then, but I found lugging the guitar around was a nightmare. So I got the ukulele because it's smaller. But I'm retaking guitar lessons now because I quite like being able to play an instrument.
Because I bought a ukulele as well.
Have you?
I just haven't learned to play yet. I mean, I haven't even practiced on it yet.
It's dead easy, I can teach you. It's dead easy. It's much easier to learn a ukulele than it is guitar.
Yeah,
definitely.
Okay. Yeah, because I originally bought a guitar as well.
Ah!
But then I found out carrying a guitar would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to do that. So then I thought, well, is there a smaller instrument? And I came across a ukulele, so I bought that. I actually bought it, I think it was here last year here at the shop down the road here. But just haven't put the time and effort to learn it, which is annoying. It's very annoying, yes. Because I've actually written a couple of songs. All right. But I just haven't learned them. So.
Well, I found as well, I would do songs because I did a parody of the Ting Ting song. That's not my name, but I call that's not its name, and it's about, you know, a guy calling a woman's bits different names and that. And it always goes down really well, but I'd have people afterwards come up to me going, oh my god, I love that Les Dawson thing you do with the guitar, and I'm like, oh thanks, and inside I'm like, I tried really hard on that, I was really trying to play that properly, so that's why eventually I'm like, oh, I'm not going to do songs anymore. And I also did the Comedy Store, you know, King Gong?
Yeah.
Right, I'd only been going like 6 months, maybe a year, and I was like, oh, let's, you know, a few of us went to do the Comedy Store, and I think I was with two guys, Paul James and Paul Dennis, and they were like, being blokes, they were like, oh, they were going to win, we were here to slay, kind of, they wanted to beat the gong, and I was like, just chuffed to be standing on the stage. I could have been in the audience, if they'd let me on the stage for 2 minutes, that was fine. So I got up with a guitar, and at the end of I hadn't even done the punchline. It's 40 seconds, the end of the chorus, and they gonged me off. And my friend was so mortified, he couldn't speak to me for a week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he wouldn't answer my phone, and eventually he was like, I was too mortified for you, Sarah. And I'm like, I had a great time. It was ideal for me, so it's down to whatever your motivation is, really, why you want to do it.
I did the King Gong as well, and I lasted 40 seconds as well.
Yay, yeah. 40 seconds twins.
Yeah, that's it. I did like the first.
Which one did you do? Did you London or Manchester?
I do both. I did the London one, and I did the first joke. I got a laugh. I did the second joke. I got a laugh, and then I think I got to the third joke, and I'm like, shit, I'm still here. So I paused, and then as soon as I paused, they just started
doing. That's what happened to me, because I was pausing for dramatic effect to do, because it was a song about Doctor Who, and David Tennant was leaving. I can date it, so I was gutted that David Tennant was leaving, and I thought that was my best thing, not realising you've got to. It's just all going to be one-liners. You've got to get in quick.
Yes.
The ones that do well are the ones they're almost like they're trying to distract. They're like all over the place, and they're like really, and you can't perform. Because the minute you start trying to perform, they get rid of awful. I saw Rob Coleman. I was in the audience. This was before, I think I'd done like 3 gigs. And I remember Rob because of the hair, massive hair. And he came on stage, they gonged him off because of his hair. And I think it was Ian White was the MC then. And he went, guys, come on, don't be give him another chance. So he came on, he said one word, and they gonged him again because they thought it would be funny, and that was that then. But imagine travelling all the way to London to do like 1 second. I've seen so many people being gonged off before they've even spoken.
it's just, they're like,
That's what
oh,
happened to
don't
Rob.
like the look of that guy.
Yeah.
Off. Yeah.
And Rob's an amazing comedian.
Yeah,
so
he is.
idiots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was at the King Gong in London, and there was like a professional comedian from America who wasn't even part of the Gong show. He was just going to do 10 minutes.
Right.
And in the middle of
So
the
he thought.
yeah, so he came on, he introduced it. So this is not part of the Gong show. This guy is a professional, like a high-profile comedian from America. He's going to do 10 minutes as an old guy, and there's no gong. And they gonged him off. They were like, "Get off your shit!" Literally, it was. And the MC came in and he was like, "No, it's not a gong." And he was, and then the old guy who was from, he was trying to win them back.
Yeah.
And the audience wasn't having it at all. They were like, no. We don't care if you're not part of the Gong. We're still gonging you off.
It's our show. That's what it is with the Gong. It's the audience. That's what, it's a normal stand-up night. It's about the comedians. It's their gig. They're in charge. And you're almost like you're in charge of the audience. You're taking control. But with the Gong, they're very much taught, this is your show.
Yes.
If you don't like it, boo them off. You know, and that's that. It's a bear pit. I don't see the point, frankly, unless you just want to have a laugh. I don't get it. Because even if you do well, so what? You're good at doing that skill. Doesn't make you a great comedian. It means you can move around fast and.
Well, no, it means you can handle pressure.
Yeah,
that's the most important bit. I mean, because I've been doing Gong shows for just over a year now. Yeah. And at the beginning, I used to just get booed off like that.
So is it for you, it's like a game of like, right, I'm going to beat the Gong?
Yeah, so for me...
Has it made you a better comedian?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Right.
I mean, it means you can now handle pressure. So I've been doing I've done quite a few Gong shows now, and I'm at the point where 70% of the time I will get through. And at the beginning I wouldn't. And it's made me...
And you get through, like, and do you win?
Yeah, well, not win. I haven't won one. I get through
the
5 minutes, yes. So I get through, so like the Manchester Gong show, the both of them, the Frog and Bucket, I've got through both of them at least 4 or 5 times now.
Do you ever do Spiky Mike's Gong show?
I
always used to get to the final of that, and that's when I'd only been going like a year.
Alright, so
they're nice, they're friendly.
Yes, Spiky Mike is the friendliest one, and I've always got through his, so Spiky Mike thinks I'm good. Because I just get through on that one. And then the hardest one I've found is the London Gong show and the Blackout Creek. I would never get through the Blackout Creek, but a couple of months ago I got through the Blackout Creek. So so it was my 4th or 5th Blackout Creek, and I was like, I'm going to keep doing this until I get through. So
if I lived nearer London, I would, but Swansea to London's expensive or long.
You know, you should put a Gong show on in Swansea.
Do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you've convinced me then. Because I just don't. I run Rough As Comedy Club, which is a comedy club for comedians, and I'm passionate about allowing anyone a stage, because it's not just about, not everyone wants to do comedy to become the next big thing. For some people it's important to improve confidence. I've really improved my confidence, I've improved my self-esteem, mental toughness up the gazoo, because Edinburgh is more about mental toughness than anything else. It is like doing it's like a marathon for comedians. And you're doing everything. And you're dealing with rejection, or on a per minute basis, and you come to have your delusions completely shattered. If you really think someone I'm the type of person that I'd go running. I'd be like, I'm going to start jogging because one day I'm going to be in the Olympics. Yeah, I'm going to win gold. Based on nothing. I'm not a runner. I don't know why that is, because it's so delusional. It's probably a mental illness of some kind, but I've always been like that. And then I'll start, I can't seem to process and go, Sarah, calm down, think about it. That is not going to happen. My brain goes, yeah, you can do it, you know, until I start failing miserably, and then I'm like, maybe I need to rethink this, I think I spent so much time in my professional life going, hey guys, you can do anything you put your mind to, who knows? And when realistically we all know, don't we, really?
Yes.
So, but with Rough As, the people that do that, it's a really nice supportive environment for the local comedians. People seem to love it. And I've said, you can do anything, it doesn't matter, you're not judged. So it means that people can come and practice, and if you want to, say you fancy doing a bit of clowning, you can't do that anywhere else, because you don't know who's going to be at even open mics, isn't it?
Yes.
So I've noticed there were other open mics and the comedians are going, oh, I want to try something new tonight, but I better not because there might be someone in, or this audience isn't great, or whatever. They want to do their best stuff. So with Rough As, it's like, who gives a shit? No, it doesn't matter. Try whatever you want. And I have to say, in 3 years, we've got our 3rd birthday coming up in October, I think there's been 2 acts that I've been like, oh, crikey, really? And I would never say to an act, yeah, don't bother even trying, because it's not about becoming the best ever.
Yeah,
it's about you get to express yourself.
Exactly. So what makes you laugh?
Do you know what? Absurd is comedy. I think comedy is like a drug. I think if you're someone who's never watched comedy, you'll go to a normal comedy, like the Glee Club or somewhere where you go, and no offence to any Glee Club comics out there, but some comedians are very, it's very straightforward, isn't it? They'll come on and they'll start off talking about their life, and then they go how much they hate their wife, and then it's, and people recognise that, and they recognise the rhythm of a joke. And then you're like, oh, I like this. And soon that's not enough. And you're looking for more weird stuff and weirder and weirder. I love Tony Law. I loved Eddie Izzard back in the day. Loved Tony Law. I saw a guy the other night, David Carrero, and for the first half hour I was like, oh, I don't know about this. It'd been sold to me as absurdist comedy. Didn't know anything about him. Thought, I'll give this a go. And by the end of it, I was crying laughing. So he was great. But yeah, absurdist comedy seems to be my thing at the moment. And sitcoms, really good sitcom. Like back in the day, I loved Spaced. I've watched it too much now. Yeah, lots of stuff really. It's like music, isn't it?
Yeah, of course,
got a really broad taste in music as well.
And what makes you? What have you learnt? What's the most profound thing you've learnt in your life?
Okay, a few things. Number one, we've all been raised differently. I thought everyone would have the same values as me, but not everyone does. Some people, I'm trying to be very nice and very supportive, and you can be lovely to people and they're not always the same back, and you just learn to go. It used to annoy me, because I'd be like, I've been to all your shows, mate, and you haven't bothered coming to it, and now I'm like, accept it and go, okay, that's fine, we're all different. And I think that's the biggest thing I've learned. We're all different. People you care about are going to break your heart. What doesn't kill you will absolutely make you stronger. And do things, just do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway, because you always learn something. Like coming up to Edinburgh, I was like, I'm coming up on my own. Yes, there's people I know here, but it's no guarantee they're going to want to hang out with me. What am I going to do? And I've made new friends. The guys at the flat are really, we've all on the same WhatsApp thing now, and they're going, oh, we're seeing this later. Anyone want to come? It's been great. It's been fantastic. As a 45-year-old single woman, who all my friends are either married or got kids. And I started comedy at the time when I was like miserable, because I was at home all the time. I had no one to go out with. I didn't want to find, I'd had a couple of failed relationships, so I was like, I didn't want to just go out with someone to have another failed relationship. And this comedy night was on, and it's somewhere where you can go on your own. Started making friends, and my life has just been amazing, really. Some of the stuff I've done is like, wow. I've performed at Green Man Festival to like a full tent of people. Once, one ass back, but still. Yeah. I'll always have that, I'm so much more confident now. I'll pretty much do anything now, and I'll give it a go,
Parachute jump?
Oh man, now you're talking.
Have you done one yet?
No. Oh. I'm really scared of heights.
Oh, yeah, me too. But I've done 2 parachute. Yeah, let's do it. I've done 2 parachute jumps.
If I die, I'm blaming you. Coming back to haunt you.
They're the best thing.
Really?
I mean, do you know you did that?
But I would be sick and it would go back in my face. So.
No, you're not sick. None of that. Do you know you did that gong show? You lasted 40 seconds.
Yes.
It's like taking that, squeezing that into a second, and that whole lot hitting you in one go. The first 3-4 seconds, it's so overwhelming. You're hit with so much emotion that if the idea of pulling the cord would never occur to you, because your brain gets the stimulus that goes to your brain.
Wow.
The best way I like to explain it, it's like, I don't know, 10 or 20 orgasms all hitting you at the same time.
Get me a plane!
Yeah.
We'll go now!
Let's go. Let's go now.
Wow.
It's like cocaine, but without the downside, you know.
I need to lose a bit of weight first then.
Yeah.
I'll be, that 1 second will be milliseconds, splat. Yeah.
No, it's good.
No, I'll give that. Do you know what? I'm going to put it, oh man. I'm going to put it on my bucket list.
I think everybody should do a Paris jump. It's just the most amazing. And also a bungee jump.
Oh,
oh my God.
Why with the heights?
That is amazing. I did the one in Switzerland. It's the 3rd highest in the world. And you free fall for 6 seconds. And for those 6 seconds, your brain is so overwhelmed, you just freeze. But the amount of endorphins that kicks in afterwards, you're basically
from there though.
You're on a high for the whole day. Like it's like yeah. Again, it's like 10 or 20 orgasms hitting you at the same time.
Wow.
By the way, I don't know why I do this, but I compare everything to orgasms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you must have amazing orgasms. Or really bad ones. That's why you're looking like for more.
Yeah, that's why I was always 10 or 20.
Orgasms wrong.
That's why they're always 20 or 30 times. So yeah. Whereas normal person, normal person be going, no, that's like half an orgasm. No, I'm going, that's like 20 orgasms, you know? So
I'm doing orgasms wrong because I'm like, yeah, you know, orgasms all right, but I'm not, I'm not jumping off a building for one or 40.
So what do you love? What do you love about anything? What's your love in life?
Oh man, it changes.
Good.
I get really massively passionate about things, for really, really intensely passionate, and then I'm like, yeah, done with that, done. I get bored really easy. I'm surprised I'm still doing comedy because it's been nearly 10 years. Wow. And all the other stuff I've done, it's just like, yeah, I'm really into that, and now I'm not. So yeah, comedy has probably been my longest love. Also, being in love with people, being in love with blokes who are just not interested. What is that all about? This unrequited
love
bullshit, you know, it's annoying. Yeah, but I love romance. I do love, I mean...
Mills and Boom.
No, sitcoms. No, okay. Not sitcoms, romantic comedies. Remember that, like, the 80s and 90s and shitload of romantic comedies, and just skew-whiffed I love a bit of romance. And then there's not much out there about the reality of a relationship, which, let's face it, is generally pretty damn boring. So excitement and drama and fun, that's the stuff I love dance. I love going out, you know, going out and thinking anything could happen tonight. You know, we could, you know, have a few drinks, meet people, anything could happen. Exactly. I love that. Yeah. I used to go out with my friend and we'd have these adventures and like parties, and we'd end up going, oh my God, can you believe we got home at 6 in the morning because we ended up at this party with people. Like for the last year, I love drag queens. Love drag queens. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. Love Trixie Mattel. Like intensely love them. Because of course, ultimate, isn't it? An unrequited love. Fancy the bloody drag queen. That's not going to happen, is it?
It could, right?
You know, I think we both know it really is not. But yeah, I love at the moment love Adam Buxton's podcast. Love Adam Buxton. But obviously married, 3 kids, and a star. Not never going to meet him. But I love his jingles and tunes and stuff. It's really good fun. Yeah.
Have you seen a movie called Marley and Me?
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I went to this every year. Me and my parents got into this routine around Christmas. I'd be like, "Come on now, guys, we're going," you know, because I am the youngest of 3, and I say this in my stand-up, but it's true. I'm the only one that sees them now because my sister's a pair of idiots, and so every year I like Christmas to break it up a bit. I'd be like, let's go to the cinema. And my mum in the cinema is freaking hilarious because she forgets and can't hear very well, so she will say things really loudly, so it'll be like really quiet, and I love it. It just really makes me laugh when she's going, "Who's that?" And we're like, "Mum, shut up, everyone can hear you." We went to see Titanic, and you know, like the Billy Zane character?
Yeah.
It was when it was the 10-year anniversary or something, and they did this really bad the 3D thing, really bad 3D, and I went, "Come on Mum, let's go and watch it." and there were loads of people in the cinema, and at the point where Billy Zane was putting the necklace in Leo DiCaprio's pocket to frame him, my mum was like, no, can you see what he's doing? I told you I didn't like him. I'm like, Mum, oh gosh, he's hilarious. We went to see Marley and Me. I nearly fell asleep. I thought it was boring as ass.
I went to see Marley and Me.
I know it's lots of people's favourite film. It's boring.
It is the worst movie on the planet.
Can I spoiler it?
Go on.
Spoiler alert, the dog dies. You go through all that emotion and he friggin' dies. And you're like, oh, what was the point of that?
That is the most pointless movie on the planet.
2 hours I'll never get back again.
Yeah.
Plus, the friggin' Hobbit. Fuck you, The Hobbit. Fuck you, Peter Jackson. Trying to make all that money. It's like a tiny book, 3-hour film. No hot men in it for me to gawp at. Nope. Well, the one hot man, and they made him short. Sorry, short man, but you know.
I used to be married, and I went with my wife to. We hadn't been to the cinema for ages.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Go on.
Did you get divorced after you started comedy or before?
It was after.
Ooh.
It was after. She hated me doing comedy.
Did
totally,
she?
yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
No, it's fine. Because there's one of my routines is where she says, "Why are you doing this? You're not even funny." That bit actually happened, and I didn't have a comeback. And then I was talking to some comedians about it, and they go, we could turn this into a routine.
Yeah.
So we turned it into a really good routine. It's like one of my best routines now.
When
so I'm quite glad.
Lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
like,
quite.
why didn't you finish me earlier, bitch? Yeah. No, I had my sister has never seen my elder sister. When I first started doing comedy, she said, "I'm never going to be able to see you do comedy because I just don't think you're funny." So I'm like, "Oh, thanks, Kath, for all your support." And now the funny thing is, I don't know if you get this. Everyone at home thinks I've made it because I've got a show in Edinburgh, and I'm really honest. And I will say, "No, guys, seriously, you know." And even when you tell people you're doing comedy, they think you're something special and that it's all glamorous because they can't imagine doing it. And then look at the glamour of this room.
Yay.
And like, I feel like a fraud because I'm like, it's not glamorous. And so many people were like, good luck, oh, you're amazing, you've made it. And my sister, who hasn't spoken to me in a year, messaged me and said, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, oh,
well, there you go. There's always that advantage.
Economy.
Yes. don't. She's not watching this, right?
No.
No.
I will not be sending her the link, let me tell you.
A lot of my friends as well, they're like, oh my God, you're doing 2 shows a day? Oh my God. I'm going, no, it's just normal. There's other people doing 5 shows a day, so.
Are there?
Yeah, there's mine. I think it's Martin Moore. He's got like 10 shows a day or something. Yeah, there's loads of people doing 4, 5, 6 shows a day. So it's, I mean.
Stops you thinking, well, if they've got flyers to do it for her, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get, I worry all day about trying to get people in. More because, now I've had an audience and I've done the show. It's more that I can tell people at home, hey guys, I've had an audience, because they'll worry, or they'll be like, oh, we gave her all our best wishes and she couldn't even get some people coming to see her. She's not as successful as we thought. And it's so sweet, it's so nice to have that support. I was really super, super touched. I got a friend of mine who's an actress, Lenny, and she's great at marketing, promoting. I'm not. I hate it. I hate promoting myself. I'd rather just get on and perform and have other people say you're good. I don't really think it's down to me to say whether it's good or not. I can do my best, but I think it's down to the audience to decide one way or the other, and every audience is different. But that's not the game, is it? The game is hey, I've had 5 stars, and I do this, and I do that, and don't see me.
I see the flyering before the show as the pre-show.
Oh right.
Yeah. So if you treat it as a pre-show, then you're still performing. So if I flower an hour before the show.
Yeah.
And I think my show is 2 hours. First hour is outside on the street. The second hour is inside.
Do you do any flight? Because today I left the flat early, and everywhere I went, I had my leaflet with me. And I was actually by the Pleasance Dome, and I had a couple of people courtyard, sorry. I was crossing the road, and 2 ladies were like, oh, are you going to flyer us? And I was like, yeah, here's my show. And they didn't come tonight, but still, I did that all day, but I felt on all day, which meant as a result with the show, I didn't feel I wasn't in the right mental energy.